Now, banking. Mr. Subramanian, General Manager, Credits, City Union Bank. A senior banking professional with 31 years of experience in all domains of banking and worked in various roles in India and overseas. He strongly believes in contributing to positive impact in the lives of people. He is very proactive, responsive to customer needs. He works out the best solution for any looming financial hurdle industry. Welcome him. I would like to invite Mr. Subramanian to deliver his speech and share his insights with us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure and privilege to be here in this wonderful evening. The way I see the gathering, before dwelling into the subject journey of GST 2017 to 2025, I'll just share my thoughts. Firstly, thank you for Mr. Shantakumar for inviting to be a part of this evening. Secondly, it's really I'm humbled and honored to share the dais with the distinguished guests who are really a subject matter expert of these respective fields. See, the banking is a very really what I can say. If I want to term the banking, I know something of everything. I will never know everything of something. That is the beauty of this banking. So we'll be exposed to various industries, various scenarios, various situations, but we'll never have any complete control. But using our application of mind with the help of the subject matter expert only, decisions are being taken at the banks. So in that way, a normal banker sharing a dais with the subject matter experts is really a privilege to me. Secondly, I'll talk about these, the so-called associations or what do you call networking. Trust me, network only works, nothing else. And suppose if we are gathered some 50, 60 people here means we come together and come to know each other. So that will help us to reach out to any one of us here without any hesitation. What we call is ice breaking in the first year of college and all, that happens in the network. The second thing is Tanimaram Topagadu. இது எல்லாருக்குமே தெரியும். So when collective bargain is the best thing. All the legislations happens through lobbying right from America to India. So this sort of association is nothing but giving back to the society. So all the distinguished guests here taking their time, which means it is a demonstration of what they want to know, their intention to give back to the society. And we have with the Assistant Commissioner of Taxes with us. See, normally we cannot go and see him, right? But only this collective association can bring the government here. So it is an opportunity for us to hear from his mouth what is the future plans of the government, etc., etc. So my humble request is let this gathering, let us make best use of the gathering here for the mutual benefit. These are also I want to share my thought, and I am not a subject matter expert to deliver any speech on GST. Nonetheless, I will share some of my thoughts on the banking perspective. First thing is, again I am going to the one request to Mr. Shantakumar is, see, GST compliance is a pain point, especially for MSMEs. So we are dependent on the so many consultants for variety of our requirements, because the compliance, tax compliance is always a myth or mystery to us. Do you agree with me or not? Any raising hands? So we are completely dependent on the consultant. Instead, whether any association, I used to say this in many forums, any association can form a consultant or the solution, digital solution may be probably hosted on their website so that all the members can use it. Maybe a cloud solution where the members can, with a due security precaution, may maintain the same data in the cloud for ease of retrieval and readily available. Something like that. We can just explore these options, sir, so that, see, again, if we are 50 people approaching to 50 consultants, see the cost of it. Instead, if the association or the whoever it is can arrange one consultant as a collective representation where they frequently asked questions, what are the specific scenario related solutions can be hosted, that will be a benefit to the members of your organization, sir. So that is what we call as economies of scale. So this is the advantage of having the collective bargaining power. Second thing is regarding GST is, from the banking perspective, my humble appeal to the entrepreneurs here is, maintain your books of accounts in a correct manner. See, the government knows how to take out money from your packet without you knowing. Trust me. The government knows how to take money from your packet without you knowing it. So please do not spend your time and energy to minimize it. I don't want to use the word evasion consciously because I have a government authority here. So please we have a transparent accounting system, and the accounting system try to maintain on a daily basis. That gives you a very big confidence that what is happening, you will be in the full control of your operations. Otherwise you will always have a shadow of cloud of doubts in your thing, which as a banker I don't like it. Bankers like the transparency and the disclosures. So that way, if you are transparent, trust me, bankers will always support. Second thing, what we, in my experience of banking, after seeing, maybe some millions of balance sheet, in my 32 years of service in bank, I spent about 8 to 10 years exclusively working with the MSME customers. So with that experience, what I've seen is the one thing called, I don't have a chartered accountant here. It would be one thing called GST receivable. From a banker, that is always a myth to me. A while ago, Mr. Nandakumar was explaining the nuances of the input credit. He has explained the many scenarios where input credit realization is doubtful. But my customers will happily show it as a GST receivable. Now, what do you want me to do? Whether it is actually receivable, if yes, when it will be received, I don't know. So try to disclose the probability of that receipt and the timeline. That gives the bankers to evaluate your requirement correctly. Mr. Nandakumar rightly said that GST receivable will skew your working capital. It's a very, very what do you call short on the arm. It's very true that the GST receivables will skew your working capital, and the bankers, we assess your working capital assessment, taking it as a current asset, okay, will lead into problems. Please disclose if it is not a current asset. If it is not going to realize in the next 12 months, please do not disclose in the current assets. Take it to the non-current assets. That way you can tell your bankers that I need more working capital. So these sort of small adjustments makes a lot of difference for your banker. That is one thing. Second thing is, the way I see the gathering is, I have few existing customers, and I am proud to say that Shantakumar is traveling, or CUB is traveling with Shantakumar for more than a decade. And I am seeing my near future customers who are all here. Maybe it may take about a week, 10 days, 15 days to all of you to become CUB customers. So that is the what do you call, key responsibility I go into my regional managers here. That why I am saying is, the banker, see, again, there are 4 or 5 characters in the community to whom you have to be very true. Forget about the wife for time being. Okay. The first character is doctor. Agreed? We have a doctor with us. Unless you tell him the correct symptoms, he is not going to treat you correctly. The second is the auditor. Third is the advocate. Fourth is the banker, trust me. Unless you share your correct financial health, no banker can structure any solution. So there comes the GST. GST compliance is a vital compliance which will give you peace of mind. You can sleep peacefully. And from the banking perspective, most of the banks now moving away from the balance sheet funding to the GST, cash flow based funding. So GST is a very crucial indicator for the bankers to assess your cash flows. So we are trying to move away from the balance sheet and trying to see your cash flow, how much GST you are paying, so that this is your turnover, this is going to your cash flow. So what is your requirement? I can assess in the fingertips. So that is called the cash flow based financing. So beyond this, I don't know what I can share with about the GST from the thing. What my memory goes back is to 2017 when it was introduced. I was incidentally handling the MSME seat. MSMEs went through a pain. The pain MSMEs went through during the GST implementation phase is, what do you call, Arada Vadud. So many MSME were, என்ன பண்ணுறதுனே தெரில அவங்களுக்கு. And they used to come and really, sir, we try to support them a maximum. Of course, previously I was with the SPA, the greatest or biggest nation bank of the nation. So SPA came out with so many solutions to support the GST MSMEs in these difficult times. So we supported, but the pain. But now that pain has resulted yielding in fruits. Without pain, there is no pleasure, right? So I believe now we have come to the pleasure, but there are still some reforms or GST 2 is now implemented, GST 3 is yet to come, but I leave it to the Assistant Commissioner for that to share his thoughts on that. So this is the first thing about GST. But with the recent rationalization or streamlining of 2 slabs, definitely government is trying to do something. I think we all acknowledge it. Okay, yeah. I think the 0, 5, 18 and 40. This is a real welcome movement, which has increased the purchasing power of the thing, which was evident from the Diwali sale. So this year Diwali sale was the record breaker. Many records were broken in this Diwali sale. This was made possible because of the GST reform or the GST rationalization. So we took the pain, we bore the brunt. Now there is a bright future ahead. So with these small thoughts, if there are any questions, I'm happy to take it. Or otherwise, I would like to conclude my speech. Any doubts regarding banking?
We will have the
I told
questions
I'm
together,
master of
sir.
all trades, I'm jack of all trades, master of none.
Sir, we will have questions together
Yeah, sure.
finally
Thank you.
at the end. But I would like to add a small point on this. India Taxpayer has a forum where questions are posed and answers are given by experts. Thank you for your suggestions.
Thank you, sir.